Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Diana Skaya, and you're watching Military Mind here on TVP World. Overnight, the Ukrainian military shot down 52 of the 71 drones that Russia fired at Ukraine. Kyiv's Air Force reported this. Now, no casualties or injuries have been reported as of yet. Meanwhile, the Russian Rostov region was attacked by Ukrainian drones, and a sports stadium building in Taganrog was damaged, acting Governor Yuri Slyusar said. There were no casualties in the Rostov region in the aftermath of the attacks. Now, according to the Russian Defense Ministry, air defense systems intercepted and destroyed 18 Ukrainian drones overnight. On the front line, the Russian armed forces have come close to Kupiansk from the north. According to Deep State, Russian troops have advanced just north of the city. The distance between the Russians' forward positions and the administrative borders of Kupiansk, according to the Deep State map, is just over a kilometer. Meanwhile, in the Bakhmut sector, the Russian armed forces are advancing south of Chasiv Yar. A Moscow military source is saying that in several sectors, the Russians managed to completely degrade Kyiv's forces' ability to use equipment. In its weekly breakdown of combat engagements, the Ukrainian OSINT project shows a 20% drop in the intensity of skirmishes compared to the previous week along almost the entire front line. Now, the largest number of attacks was recorded in the Pokrovsk sector. The project also publishes a map of changes in territorial control in the Ukrainian theater over the past 7 days. Now, from June 16 to 22, the Russian armed forces captured 108 square kilometers, advancing at a rate of approximately 15 square kilometers per day. Turning to the Middle East, 7 Israeli soldiers were killed by a bomb attached to their armored vehicle in southern Gaza on Tuesday, this according to the Israeli Defense Forces. Israeli media reported the 7 casualties were in the city of Khan Yunis when an explosive device planted on their vehicle detonated, setting it on fire. In a separate incident on Tuesday evening, troops were hit by a rocket-propelled grenade. 2 soldiers were wounded, but no deaths were reported, the IDF said. Now, in the Liman sector of the front line, where the sky is buzzing with Russian shells and every bush can conceal a dugout, Ukrainian soldiers put on a real fireworks display, destroying an enemy Grad 1 multiple rocket launcher system. It all started with aerial reconnaissance of the 60th Separate Mechanized Brigade. The drone spotted an enemy MLRS, carefully camouflaged, but not so much as to escape the vigilant eye of the Ukrainian pilot. The coordinates were immediately transmitted to the Signum Battalion of the 53rd Mechanized Brigade, a unit that specializes in quick and devastating strikes. On the Tendra spit in Kherson region, Ukrainian forces conducted a precision strike on a Russian Black Sea Fleet ship. A Bayraktar TB2 strike drone turned the Russian boat into scrap along with the crew. The Russian ship was spotted by Reckon while performing maneuvers near the coastline. According to intelligence, it was carrying Russian military personnel, probably a landing party preparing for deployment or an evacuation effort. Now, the Bayraktar TB2, controlled by an operator from one of the forward positions, successfully launched a missile which streaked towards the target with lethal precision. The explosion destroyed the boat, and the chances of survival of the crew and landing party are estimated to be minimal. Now, to close out today's episode, we'd like to show you some new footage from the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade. In a recent op, the unit conducted a successful raid, resulting in the elimination of an entire platoon of Russian troops. According to confirmed reports, the casualties were from the Russian 144th Motorized Rifle Division of the 20th Combined Arms Army. Russian positions were cleared out to the last quote-unquote liberator. Let's take a look.
Внимательно, аккуратненько, продвигаемся.
Мама, папа, я на Донбасі.
Йдемо наверх, коли наверх можна перекликати.
Плюс.
Ти, короче, там, а я в другу сторону.
Плюс. Да. 4.37.
Нормально, давайте. Сейчас. Главное вот это пройти, а дальше будет атака.
12. Будемо заходити. Йдемо? Заходити. Повільно. Ти заглянь в эту залу. Плюс.
Да на вривайся! Все, зачистил.
Это мы его заебали.
Да. Либо ты.
Ты очереди такие подобные.
Я его еще добил.
Шляп.
Вот калашик.
Первый трофейчик. Камера снимает?
Проверьте всех противников на наличие радиостанции.
Я проверю. Есть рация, есть. Опачки.
Что, военник?
Я уже походу. Голова.
Братан, возьми вот так вот сектор туда, угол, понял? Бо мне кажется, что там кто-то есть. Подробно. Левее метров 300 от по тебе работает по дрону.
Плюс принял. Возьмите свои шпаргалки и по шпаргалкам нам скажите примерное местоположение.
And that's all for this edition of Military Mind. I'm Diana Skaya. Stay with us here on TVP World.